It's with a big smile that I'm saying goodbye to 2020. What a dreadful year, a year from hell. And yet, for us cricket lovers, on its way out, just left this wonderful lingering aroma. And so it is with that spirit that one final time in 2020, I welcome you to IDFC First Bank presents the League of Seven. Because remember, seven is the new maximum. And what a maximum performance India put out in Melbourne. Everything that wasn't meant to be was there. The shadow of 36, the absence of four key players, everyone saying it's going to be 4-0. Rahane is struggling for his place. Where's the openers going to come from? Oh, the harbingers of doom were all over. It was one of the finest test matches I've seen in all these years because India played the brand of cricket that you wanted to see. And out of this exciting test match, I've picked 7 maximum moments for you. Here is number 7, the decision to pick Ravindra Jadeja. Now, there's no Virat Kohli. You've got to find a replacement. Typically, you would say, look, we got bowled out for 36. There's a problem with our batting. Virat Kohli's gone. Let's pick another batsman. Maybe they'll pick KL Rahul, given that they had to pick Shubman Gill as an opener. Somebody said, no, let's back Ravindra Jadeja. Let's pick Rishabh Pant. As a result, let's play Ravindra Jadeja. We'll get a 5th bowler. And what a choice it turned out to be. First of all, that catch. Most people would have let that catch drop when someone else entered the frame. Then he picked up 3 wickets, and that half century that he scored with Ajinkya Rahane was eventually the difference between the two sides. Ravindra Jadeja was magnificent. He should now start every single time in a test match whenever he's fit. So the picking of Ravindra Jadeja was a maximum moment. It was number 7 for me. Number 6. What a first over from Mitchell Starc. Australia been bundled out for 195. Mayank Agarwal comes out with Shubman Gill, and Starc bowls 6 balls, snaking into him. Each one of those above 140, each one of those swinging viciously in very late. If he had kept all 6 out, it would have been an achievement. He could keep only 5 out. But what a first over. One for the ages from Mitchell Starc. That was number 6 for me. And on the second morning, Pat Cummins came in. A workhorse and a strike force all rolled into one. You hardly ever see that. And he bowled 8 overs of steering pace and intent, picked up 2 wickets, and just showed how to bowl on that track. Pushed India on the back foot early in a magnificent display of fast bowling. Pat Cummins was number 5. Then at number 4, we saw 2 bowling captains emerge. One, the senior Ravichandran Ashwin. One, Bumrah, playing like a senior, carrying the air of a leader, nursing a debutant along in Mohammad Siraj. And it was just so good to watch them bloom. Ashwin's been blooming for a while. It's just that we don't allow ourselves to believe he can bloom everywhere. But Ashwin bowled magnificently. That wicket of Steve Smith once getting him off the outside edge early. Now in this game, getting him off the inside edge. Brilliant from Ravichandran Ashwin. And Bumrah, every time the captain looked up, there was Bumrah. It's almost as if the bowling was being defined as who is going to bowl when Bumrah is not bowling. So Ashwin and Bumrah as lieutenants of Ajinkya Rahane in this test match where everybody tried so hard was number 4. 3 and 2, 2 debutants. I felt for Mohammad Siraj when he got picked. I just wondered if the emotion of the moment would get to him. Here's someone whose father wanted him to play cricket for India. His father passed away right on the verge of seeing his son do that. His son opted to stay back. He was told, no, you stay, fulfill the dream of playing for India. And I just thought the emotion would get to him. It probably did in that first spell. Then the second spell that he bowled started to swing the ball away. The wicket of Cameron Green was one of the highlights of the test match, just jagged back in. Then Umesh Yadav goes back. Rahane looks to him and says, will you play a bigger role? Yes, he says. He picked up 5 wickets in his test match across 2 innings, of course. And we said, right, here's someone who can bowl long spells. Maybe, and it's too early to say, maybe play the kind of role Ishant Sharma plays. So debut of Mohammad Siraj was number 3. Number 2, I think I saw the arrival of somebody special. He's only made 45 and 35. But just the manner in which he got those runs. He played and missed, he edged, and then he drove for 4. He didn't brood, he didn't say, where am I? He didn't say, oh, no, let me hang in there. No, he played with freedom. Sometimes when you're 21, you don't know fear. And Shubman Gill drove, he punched off the back foot. Those pull shots that he played, most of them in front of square, were just exquisite. His defense was all right. And then in that run chase, after 2 wickets had gone, he just kept playing his shots. The pressure vanished. What a performance from young Shubman Gill. And I'm telling you now, if I do not see a lot of Shubman Gill in the years to come, then I don't know who a good cricketer is. But at number one was a simple, hard-working, conscientious, committed, principled human being who was thrust into the job of captain of India. First thing he did was he said at the toss, I would have batted. Now imagine you're 36 all out. You don't actually want to go out and bat first or fear that it might happen again. He said, no, we will back ourselves. There is a lot of steel and resolve in Ajinkya Rahane. And he said, we will bat first. As it turned out, Australia won the toss and batted. Then he came in at number 4 and hit one of the finest centuries you will see. A century not as full of strokes as, say, a Kohli 100 might be, but a century that said, I am here and I'm going nowhere. The word resolve will come in so often. He hung in there. He blunted the bowling. Then, in the company of Hanuma Vihari, then Rishabh Pant arrived. In his company, he flowered with Jadeja. He took India to a score that would eventually win them the game. And then he got run out as Jadeja was searching for his 50th. No tantrum. He just walked across, gave him a fist bump, and said, don't let this affect you. Just keep on batting. Ajinkya Rahane suddenly flowered as a leader. As a batsman, we knew, but as a leader, we now know what he can do. Carried the team along. Oh, this Indian team played some astonishing cricket in a game that everybody thought they would lose, except the captain and the 10 others who took the field. It was a sight for sore eyes. It was one of the most satisfying things I have seen on a sports ground. And that is why that was my number one moment from this test match. One of probably the best moments of 2020. So there you are. That was the League of 7 from this Melbourne test match. Remember, you too can join the League of 7 by opening an account in IDFC First Bank. You could get up to 7% interest on it, because remember, it's always you first, as it was in this test match with Ajinkya Rahane. It was always India first.